1970 Volkswagen Convertible, restoration number 2. Clip 36, rear window installation, January 2012. Start the rear window installation early in the morning when you're not tired. Make sure you have a helper or 2, or 3. From inside the car, mark a cutout line on the top cover inside the rear window about 2 inches from the window frame edge. Note the 2 inches is much wider than needed, but the extra width is used to pull the cover tight when stapling. Carefully cut along the cut line with a sharp razor blade. Lift out the waste window portion and discard. Malcolm peering out the newly cut opening for the rear window. Next, cut slits in the corners of the rear window to allow the top cover to fold over when stapling. My son, Neil Beasley, stapling the top cover to the wood interior frame. Vic holding the top cover up while I spread glue on the underside of the top and on the exposed edge of the frame. The top cover stapled to the wood frame. Excess top cover material cut off. The rear window opening is now ready for the rubber and glass. Clean both sides of the rear window glass with Windex. Lay the rear seal on the glass according to the final position, similar to the front windshield installation in Chapter 29. I put the narrow slot on the outside and the deep slot on the inside of the car as shown. Carefully pull the seal to catch on one of the corners and hold the seal tightly against the glass as done for the windshield in Chapter 29. When completed, use bungee cord as a third hand to hold the seal in place. Work on this section 3 hours. After 2 unsuccessful attempts to install the window in the car, we gave up. Vic found a convertible top glass person that will look at it for us. Work on this section 4 hours. I felt like I had better install the mirrors prior to making the first road trip in the VW. Vic and I made the maiden journey in the Volkswagen, 10-mile round trip, to Tommy McNamara's shop for him to look at the back window. Tommy said he would give it a try if I purchased a new seal, since we had torn the seal in our unsuccessful attempt. A new seal was ordered and we had to wait until it arrived and Tommy was free and the weather for good for us to make the trip. Finally, on Friday, January 27th, the weather was good, so off Vic and I went to Gulf Coast Fabian on Mill Street in Mobile, Alabama. Tommy was waiting on us, and we gave it not 1 try, but 2 tries, and then I called my son Neil to help in pushing the window, and on the 3rd time it went in. Not 100%, but I hope enough to stay. We did use a smaller string this time, and sprayed silicone on both the rubber and the opening around the window, and followed basically the same procedure as we used on the front windshield. I think the team was happier than I was, but I can tell you I was one happy person. Shown left to right, myself, Malcolm, Vic Diabin, Neil Beasley, and Tommy McNamara, owner of Gulf Coast Fabian. The window is in. I am sure I will tweak it in a few days, but for now I will do nothing but pray that it stays in. Work on this section 4 hours. Next, I attach the stainless steel plates as shown on each side of the body and on the top frame. Next, I begin installing the window frame seal. I started by inserting the metal strip into the seal and placing the seal on the front window frame to locate the hole for the best fit to allow trimming of the rubber seal at the top and bottom. Then I drilled holes in the rubber at the location in the metal strip and made a test fit on the unit again on the front window frame and marked the location and angle to cut off the seal at the top and bottom. With a bandsaw, I cut the rubber seal at the top and bottom as marked in the test fit. Install the unit on the front window frame as shown in the detail at left with number 6 by 1/2 inch flathead stainless steel sheet metal screw. Make sure the rubber is orientated so that window will make the rubber flap seal in both directions when the door or window is shut, per the detail shown. For the right front window, cut the rubber seal to length, insert the metal flange, and tape the seal into position using the door window frame as a guide. Use the existing hole in the metal insert and drill a couple of holes through the metal insert through the rubber seal into the frame and install a couple of screws. Remove the rubber and raise the top frame and lay out the metal backing strip using the initial hole drill and drill the remaining hole into the metal frame. Reinstall the metal attachment plate into the rubber and align the initial hole and drill out the remaining hole to match the hole in the metal attachment plate. Attach the rubber seal and backing plate to the frame with number 6 by 3/4 inch stainless steel screws. Work on this section 6 hours. Some of the screw location would not hold, so I used brass screws with nut 6 by 32 by 3/4 inch long as shown. Use the same step for the middle seal. The end seal shown with aluminum band and stainless steel screws. The right side window top seal shown completed. Work on this section 2 hours. Repeat the same step to complete the 3 seals on the left side. Work on this section approximately 5 hours. Use the old front bow seal as a pattern to cut out the pin location on the new front bow seal. Trial fit the front bow seal onto the new top. With the drill press, drill holes in the front bow rubber seal. Position the seal as shown in the blow-up detail and attach the seal to the bow front with number 6 by 3/4 inch stainless steel screws. From inside the car, pull the top flap tight and add a few copper tacks to the wood bow and a few more copper tacks. Drill pilot hole for the attachment screw and add the facer cover. Work on this section 2 hours. Install the sun visors. Add the 12-volt sticker on the driver's side door. The VW exterior is complete. Work on this section 2 hours. Work on this chapter 26 hours. Total hour to date 604. Stay tuned for progress reports.